You ready?
Yes.
Let's go. Look at that. Oh, that is wonky. Who put that camera up?
You.
Welcome to today's video. As you can see, I have a new assistant, a new character on my channel. This is my daughter Chloe. Why don't you tell everybody how old you are?
10 years old.
10! And today's video is going to prove that my 10-year-old can take incredible photographs. You up for that? Chloe's also in charge of the drone today. Did you bring my drone?
Yes.
Okay, sweet. So today we have come to the beautiful location, Cuckmere River. Where we are currently stood is an awesome vantage point of the river itself. So as you can see from the view directly behind me, this is a very elevated position, so you get a great vantage point over Cuckmere River. Now, if you don't ever look at aerial images, you wouldn't even know that the Cuckmere River literally just meanders through the land like a snake. You might not think you could get this perspective without a drone, however, you absolutely can. You do have to climb up a big hill, but it's definitely worth it. So although sunset is about an hour away, about 10 to 15 minutes before the sun sets, it's going to drop behind the South Downs, which is to the west of this composition. So that's why I've arrived particularly early, and I obviously want to give Chloe some training on how to use my camera and take a photograph. So if you're new to photography, I'm going to show my 10-year-old how to take this landscape photograph. Now, as you might expect, Chloe is not camera shy. She has been the main focus of my camera for the last 10 years, haven't you? Can you remember a time when I haven't been pointing a camera at you?
No.
No, you were just meant to be in the YouTube channel eventually. It's just taken a while. You do actually know how to use a camera pretty well. Very artistic, very creative. Chloe actually gives me some ideas for my videos.
Do I?
Yeah, you do. So I'll be making a video, a family video or something, and then Chloe will say, how about we do this for a transition? You do this, and then I can do that, and I can put my hand over the lens, and then we can transition into the next scene. That's what happens if you're in front of my camera for 10 years, you just get used to it. So whilst we're waiting for the sun to come out from behind the clouds here, about 3 weeks ago, Chloe and I came to this exact same location to recce out a few different compositions. So if you're coming here, you can't take a photograph of all of these places at once for the same sunset. However, this has got a few compositions from the same location. So I'll give you the what 3 words, but if you head adjacent to the river itself, so you will be to the east, you've got to climb a big hill again, there's another great vantage point of Cuckmere River, and you will be facing directly into the sun for sunset. So around 3 weeks ago, we've got some photographs of that, which I'll show in this video. And then if you have a drone as well, if you walk almost all the way down to the beach, there's a particular part of the river which kind of, it's a lot more shallow, but you get these really strong, veiny, looks like tree roots or tree branches. So you do need a drone, and because I am a law-abiding citizen, I took the drone up as high as I was legally allowed, and you get an alright composition. But if you see some better compositions, then whoever was flying that drone has just flown it a bit too high. So if you're coming to Cuckmere River, they are 3 different compositions you can get from almost the same place. We're going to need to do some sort of special dance to get the sun to come out again. Should we set up the camera so that when the sun does come out, you'll be ready for it? Yep. Is that a yes?
Yes.
Yes. Is that okay? Yeah, you're going on YouTube.
What?
Eating cookies. How unprofessional. Chloe's going to be using my Sony A7 III, and I've got the Tamron 28 to 200mm lens so that we don't have to change lenses or anything. But generally this is quite a wide angle shot anyway. Alright, fine, so we're going to put the camera on here like so. Switch the camera on buttons up here. Like that. Oh, lens cap. That. Now when you're taking landscape photographs, you want everything to be in focus, okay? So what that means is you want this number here to be something like F8 or F11. So if there's a wheel on the front here, put your hand on there,
Wow.
like you're holding the camera. scroll that until you get to, let's do F8. That's it. Then we want to scroll this wheel down until it's at 100.
This way.
Yeah, that's it.
Which at 100?
That one there, it says 1000 at the moment. We want to roll that down to 100. Oh, back to 100, perfect. Nope, 100, there we go. Okay, so these are the perfect settings so far. We've got F8, which means that lots of this is going to be in photograph.
Focus?
Yeah, thank you. Who's teaching who here?
Me teaching.
F8 means that lots of the picture is going to be in focus. ISO 100 means that it's going to be a nice clean image, meaning it's not got covered in noise or anything. And then the final thing we need to do is change the shutter speed, which is this one here. You need to turn that way until, can you see the zebras? You know the zebras do on the camera, don't you?
Yeah, it means it's too bright.
It means it's too bright, well done. So what's going to happen is when the sun comes out, the grass is going to light up. And then we'll spin this back until you can see all the clouds and there are no zebras on it again. And now the sun is starting to come out. Right, that's on a 2-second timer. So if you press that down, yeah, that's going to take the picture.
Should I press it?
Yep. There we go, and you want to have a look at your picture. Because what is particularly difficult when you're in bright conditions is trying to look at the back of a screen. So if you look through the viewfinder, then you should be able to see exactly what your photograph that you just took looks like. What do you think?
I think it's dark.
Dark? Okay, fine. So what we'll have to do is, I'm going to teach her how to bracket some things. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a picture. We're going to take a picture which is correctly exposed for the foreground. Right, so we're going to take 2 pictures. One for the grass, which is that one. So take that picture. And then scroll that until all the zebras have gone away. Until you've got a nice sky, yeah? Happy with that? Right, take the picture again. So we've got one photo of the foreground, which is the grass and the river, and then we've got another one for the sky. And then guess what I'm going to do with that when we get home?
I don't know, squish them together.
I'm going to squish them together, exactly, in Photoshop. Imagine you had 2 photographs and you cut them in half and you stuck the sky from one over the top of the other. That's what I'm going to do in Photoshop when I get home.
That's what I just said.
Did you understand how you took that photograph?
I think so,
Yeah. I've got to mention an important thing, okay? You need to focus the lens before you take the photograph. So what I've done is, I've zoomed in to the picture, come and have a look, to make sure that the river is sharp. Because otherwise, if it focused on the seagull or something, then it would be a bad photograph. I mean, that sky is mega! Look at that sky we've got! With good photography conditions comes rain. And we're about to get rained on, so I need to cover my cameras. Chloe, you're in charge of looking out for rainbows. That's it, you look really hard. It's a rainbow looking face. Did you find any yet? Now if you've enjoyed this video and you like this location and you're thinking of coming here, then you should check out my other videos, because I've made 3 videos on the Seven Sisters Cliffs, and I've made a bunch just generally around this area as well, so I'll link to those at the end of this video.
I'm not a 5-year-old.
What do you reckon? Should we let Chloe into some other of my YouTube videos? Hey, are you invited back?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Chloe's not a morning person, so if you see her again in a future video, I apologise if she's grumpy. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like,
Subscribe,
hit the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next video.